makes a very strong claim to why he should be midfield rather than right back, or why he should go back to right back and not be midfield.
And before we actually join the feed, just predictions from you both and maybe expectations for the match as well.
I want to see a good game, but I don't foresee us winning.
Once again,
I don't foresee us winning. But in football, you can't say never. But I want to see a good game.
And then, Sicho, what about you?
It's a depleted Black Stars squad. It's a very strong South Korean side. I think South Korea will get the job done over the Black Stars. But again, I want to see the attitude and how the coach shapes his team up.
And so you just heard there from Augustine Ahimfo and Philip Sichofe Atrim. Let's just quickly, give a thanks to MTN everywhere you go. Hisense Electronics, everyday prizes for everyday people. Dewa Chop Money Afa, Blue Jeans energy drink for high performance and endurance. My Way, Enya My Way, Kase No Way. And then there's My Life. Get up to 17,840,000 Ghana cedis plus free cover for one selected family member with My Way in.
Three FM. 92.7 3 FM. 92.7 3 FM.
In the silence, something was growing. The journey continues. They calm before the storm. You can't mute a force that was born to speak. You can't bury rhythm. It rewrites itself. Louder. Every signal lost finds its way back to the source. This is not a comeback, it's a recalibration. This is the takeover. This is Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. driving you home with good vibes, good conversations, and the freshest hits. Hop in, take a ride. Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. 3FM, your urban lifestyle radio. In the silence, something was growing. The journey continues. The calm before the storm. You can't mute a force that was born to speak. You can't bury rhythm.
FM 92.7 3
3FM 92.7. 92.7.
not to allow their opponents to run through them easily. So I just think it's been a very, very calm start from the team. I think Otto will be happy with what he's seen so far.
So far, so good. Benjamin Asari in the post, Kelly Burenchi, Jonas Ajeti, Opope Pra, Gideon Mensah, all in there. Kamaudin Sulemana, Ali Dusedu, Prince Owusu, Christopher Bonsuba with Kwesisibo and Edu starting for the Black Stars. South Korea do have Heung-min Son in their ranks, one of the best players to ever come from Asia. These days he plays in the MLS and is goalless with some 6 minutes played at the South Korea World Cup Stadium. That was Christopher Bonsuba weaving his way through the Korean defense, but shot was blocked. Korea come forward again. Ball to the captain, Son Heung-min. South Korea, he sends in a long one, but Benjamin Asari very composed.
Yeah, one of the players that many people be keeping an eye on it will be Benjamin Asari, of course. You know, he's come under a lot of scrutiny since becoming Ghana's #1, and he missed the first game because he had not arrived early in camp. And now he gets to start against a very good opponent. So we'll see what he's made of in this game.
Of course, and Benjamin Asari is a player who likes to prove on the pitch, talk less, but does the job beautifully. Free kick to the Black Stars inside the half of South Korea. Gideon Mensah finds Caleb Burenchi. Caleb goes back to Ajeti, who finds Ali Dusedu. Seidu on the right, goes back to Ajeti. Ghana stringing passes together. Caleb Burenchi goes long, finds Edu to Gideon Mensah. Gideon's ball is blocked out of touch, throwing to Ghana. Still goalless.
Yeah, I think one thing that the Black Stars can do, considering the pace they've got in the wide areas in Kamaudin Sulemana and Christopher Bonsuba, would be to get them to straight the pitch and get onto those long balls when the balls are swung across diagonally, because we've seen that when they're on the ball and they've got the space, they can be threatening.
And it looks like Kwesisibo is now a mainstay in the Black Stars.
Yeah, it's also been helped by the fact that since his arrival in the team, a couple of mainstay names have not been around. Mohamed Salis hasn't been around. Elijah Owusu hasn't been there. Ashimero has his own injury worries. So he's come at a time where the team has needed a midfielder. And to be fair to him, he's delivered when he's played. He's not looked bad. He's not looked out of place. So yeah, it's good to see him when he plays.
Ball back to Ghana. Kelly Burenchi in the middle goes to Jonas Ajeti. Ajeti opens up to Ali Dusedu. Seidu says in the long one, trying to find Christopher Bonsuba. It's a tussle, but Kim comes up on top and South Korea regain possession. Kastrup goes back to Kim, back to Kastrup. A long one to Lee, who has the ball, but it goes to Kwesisibo. Beautifully done. Ajeti finds Caleb, who goes wide to Ali Dusedu. Ghana coming forward patiently, trying to draw the South Koreans out of their shell. Caleb Burenchi back to Ali Dusedu. Ball goes back to Caleb. He now sends the ball back to Pepra to Gideon Mensah. Gideon is the captain for today. There's no Jordan Ayew, there's no Mohamed Kudus. Kwesisibo opens up to Ali Dusedu. Back to Ajeti.
Yeah, what we speak about Ghana have had the ball for close to a minute now, and Korea can't get onto it, but that's because Korea as well are being very patient. Because if Ghana is going to pass the ball in their own half, there's no danger. So they don't want to overcome it, to allow the spaces we speak about in behind those two pieces they've got wide in the wide areas for the Black Stars.
The last time these two sides met was at the 2022 World Cup in Qatar, where Ghana won by 3-2.
That was a nerve-wracking game.
So South Korea would have revenge on their minds.
I was in the stadium that day. Look, it was nerve-wracking, especially that second half. It was all South Korea, to be honest. But yeah, Ghana held strong and saw the result through.
The Asian powerhouse South Korea coming up against Ghana. Prior to the 2010 World Cup, Ghana played a friendly game against them. Jordan Ayew on that day scored the hat-trick. Ghana won by 4 goals. So we've had the better of the South Koreans in the last 2 meetings. They're pushing forward this time. Ball with Son Heung-min, the former Tottenham Hotspurs forward, now plays in the United States of America, where South Korea would be playing in the World Cup, and he will be around. The Koreans building patiently ball with Lee, now with Kim Min-jae, who plays for Bayern Munich. Back to Kim. They're just trying to do what Ghana were doing to them, try to pass patiently and draw the team out of their own shell.
Both teams are not taking risk at this time of the game. They are being careful, they are being patient, waiting for the right opportunities to pounce. And so, yeah, that is, we've not seen both teams just try, and again, we've not seen their more skillful players trying to take initiatives into their own hands. So, in the case of Ghana, there's some interesting patterns developing, almost forming triangles in every phase of the game where they've got the ball. Players coming close to their players to receive the passes. So Ghana hasn't had to go the long ball from anywhere. They're finding short passes because players are closer to each other.
South Korea restarted the game because there was a foul on Heung-min Song by Prince Kwabnedu. Came out the back, sends it to Park. Ball with Lee. Lee goes back to Kim. Ball back to Zhou. South Korea building from the back beautifully. Ball with Kalstrop. A long one to the left, trying to find Korn. It was behind him, but South Korea regained possession. And the shape of Ghana when they do not have the ball is very, very good.
Yeah, almost defending the 4-1-4-1. You know, Prince also drops alongside because Sibo and Calibianchi stays in front of that back 4, and then you've got the striker who's also just screening the front of the 4 behind him. So quite compact, quite tight, difficult for Korea to find any openings.
So far, Ghana keeping it very tight. Gideon Mensah pursued by 2 players, but still ball with Gideon Mensah. Brought down, referee says play on, but then finally gives the foul. Gideon Mensah
almost played himself into trouble there. Look at it. I don't think there was much in it, to be honest. Yeah, Gideon just knew he had lost the ball. He knew he was in trouble, and just using this experience. He's an experienced boy now. Gideon had a lot of games for the Black Stars. That is why he's in that armband. Just tried to get himself out of trouble by pointing to the referee that had been fouled. I don't think that was one.
Gideon Mensah effects this free kick, long one into the half of South Korea. Prince Edu Kwabna challenging for it, but loses out. South Korea picks up possession. Son Heung-min ball to Kalstrop. Korea coming forward again. And the beautiful one too being played there, but upon Pepra showing some great anticipation, putting its body in between the man and the ball, winning a foul.
Yeah, that was good defending, good anticipation, good reading of the situation, because that 1-2 just took Gideon Mensah out of the game completely, and the centre back on the left-hand side, had to just glide into that space, getting himself between the man and the ball, and win Ghana a foul to give them a breather. Good defending.
Benjamin Asari to effect this free kick in Ghana's own half. He sends it long, the heart-of-full goalkeeper trying to find Prince Kwabnedu, but South Korea win this one. Gideon Mensah goes long again. Prince Kwabnedu fighting for every ball that comes his way. South Korea regained possession. Ghana challenging for it. Kwesi Sibo now in a tussle with 2 players. Beautiful skill from the real Oviedo man, and he wins the foul. That is some good play from Kwesi Sibo.
Yeah, physically he's imposing really. And people will still have their doubts about his ball playing ability in the game as to whether he's comfortable enough on the ball, but he barely puts a foot wrong, keeps it simple, gets himself in good positions as a defensive midfielder.
And anytime I watch Kwesi Sibo, he reminds me of Eric Addo, formerly of Black Stars. That's the simple things, and just goes his way. Korea with the ball. Wu finds Joe there. Joe goes long trying to find Park. But then the cross is blocked. Corner kick to South Korea, the first corner kick of the game.
Yeah.
Or did the ball go out of touch? It was a beautiful ball that was threaded through for Lee.
I think it's a corner kick. It's a corner kick for Korea there.
Yeah.
Ajite coming across to put in the block. It's the one time that we've seen Korea have that long ball over the top and getting behind the Black Stars. That's something that they're trying to prevent. But Korea, what they did was just drew Ghana out of the shell and went in behind them quickly. But great recovery pace by the defender.
Both centre backs are on the turf, Ajite and Opompepra, and the medics are treating them. We hope this isn't any serious injury. And we see speedy recovery to Francis Abu, who got injured in that game against Japan. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, that was a horrific injury. Wish him all the best. But the signs are good after the surgery. Normally, when you have double fracture after your surgery, you've seen players in casts. But he came out in bandages. You know, maybe then that's something positive.
Also, the image is he's in very good spirit and is on the road to recovery. Coach Otoado qualifying Ghana to another World Cup after doing it in 2022. Now, prior to the game, he apologized to Son Heung-min. Corner kick to South Korea. Son on this one. Ghana will be looking at defending their lines very well. Son Heung-min sensing this cross. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asari coming in to point this one. That was a good
claim. That's what every defender would love to see from his goalkeeper. When the ball is in that area, you want your goalkeeper to be commanding, steps off his line and makes sure that he gets plenty on the ball. Strong fist, but yeah. Another corner kick, another test.
Another corner kick to South Korea. Son Heung-min, he effected the first one. Still there, a lot of bodies in the box. Let's see what comes out of this. This time he goes very low. Probably this is from the training grounds, but it's been cleared by Ghana.
Yeah. Let's not forget Ghana in recent months have been one of the best set-piece teams, both in defending and in attacking. So, unfortunately for Korea, that routine didn't work.
Yeah.
Perhaps the Black Stars wasn't trained on how to defend such routines. And let's not forget, in the game against Japan, there was a similar routine that Japan effected. The Black Stars couldn't defend that. Maybe they've learned from those ones.
Of course. And one of the attributes for Benjamin Asare is when his aerial duels, he wins them cleanly. No wonder he's the number one for the Black Stars these days. South Korea, again, building patiently from the back. Ball with Joe. He finds Lee on the left-hand side. Lee goes long. And ball back to Kim Min-jae. The Koreans haven't created any clear-cut chance at the moment, but are trying to lure Ghana from their own shelf by building patiently. That is some great football from them. Great defending from Jonas Ajite. That would have been dangerous for the Black Stars.
Yeah. Maybe the flag would have gone up there, but he wouldn't have known, so he had to defend first. But surprising that Ghana, having retrieved the ball, couldn't break fast. You've got Bonsuba, you've got Kamaldeen Suleiman, they should be looking for the fast breaks.
Ghana giving the ball away. Son Heung-min coming forward, trying to thread the pass through, but Ali Dusedo is ever present to extinguish any danger. Ball goes to Jonas Ajite, who sends it long, trying to find Prince Kwabena Edu. So far, he's not really been in the game. He's been marshaled very well by Kim Min-jae, and he's not had the services that he'll require as a striker. But let's see what happens. Ghana have a free kick. Some 20 minutes down at the World Cup Stadium, the Seoul World Cup Stadium in South Korea.
Are you reading the Korean language?
No, please. Maybe I should have taken a study in Korean. Benjamin Asare, comfortable with both the right and the left foot. Ball goes to Prince Kwabena Edu. Beautiful control there. Prince Kwabena Edu still with the ball. He threads a pass through to Bonsuba. Can he cut onto his left and unleash a powerful drive? He threads the ball through back. Korean goalkeeper Song read the situation very well But that was some neat play from the Black Stars.
That was a good play, especially from the striker, dropping deep to receive. I was going to say that he's not a player that likes to play with his back against this defender. He wants to see the ball into the channels. And the one time that he came short, picked up the ball, turned and faced his defender, he just spotted the space for Christopher Bonsuba. Just pick him out really well. Was trying to again combine with the striker, but the pass was a little bit overhit. Promising signs there for the Black Stars on that one.
And one thing that is good for Toronto is that he has strikers who are different profiles, like Prince Kwabena, who is able to handle the ball and open up play, draw others in. It's a positive sign for the Black Stars. But South Korea on the ball now. Ball with Kalstrop, he sends it to the left.
92.7 3FM.
Goes back to the Bayern Munich man, Kim Min-jae. He was part of that famous Napoli team that won the Scudetto together with the likes of Victor Osimhen. And I think he was the main centre-back partner for Kalidou Koulibaly during those years. These days he plays for Bayern Munich. South Korea coming forward again, loses out in possession. Ghana could not regain possession. Ball with Son Heung-min. Coming face to face with Alidou Seydou, but Alidou comes up on top and Calibrate. She recycles this one. Ball with Alidou goes trying to locate Bonsuba, but he goes out of touch.
Yeah. I mean, Otuado will be happy. I think between the two managers, he will be the happier one because he's far away in Asia, South Korea. You know, the home team is expected to ask plenty of questions, but it looks like Ghana's really started the game well, settled into a shape and a system that is denying Korea, and Ghana will be looking to threaten them on the counter or when the spaces are there. So Otto will be happy with the way the team has behaved. Sometimes the attitude and the way the team shapes up off the ball that matters as well. And on the ball, they've looked quite interested. They've not looked to be just be on the pitch and be safe. They are trying to ask questions of the opponent. So yeah, Otto will be the happier manager if you ask me.
A good test for the Black Stars ahead of the 2026 World Cup. Even though they'll have a couple of friendly matches leading to the Mundial, this is a good one. Now, prior to the game, Otuado had to apologize to Son Heung-min during their time at Hamburg. He says that he couldn't really translate the formation of the coach to Son Heung-min, who didn't speak English at that time, so he's apologizing to him today. And Son accepted the apology in good faith.
Within back the years, that's interesting.
Ghana coming forward this time. Kelly Brechi putting in a good shift in midfield. Alidou Seydou, Kwesi Zibo, but Ghana loses out on possession with Korea coming forward. Referee still waves play on. Advantage to the Black Stars. Kwesi Zibo opens up to Kamaldeen Sulemana. Kamaldeen still coming forward with the ball. 1-2 with Gideon Mensah. Kamaldeen Sulemana is being dispossessed. Ball still in play. This time he goes out of touch, throwing in to South Korea. Kamaldeen Sulemana, ever since he got to Italy, seemed to have found some form, Sicho.
Yeah, I wouldn't say consistently, but he's shown glimpses and promises. And to be fair, that is the highlight of his young career so far. If he can put some consistency to his form or performances, I think he's got what it takes to be one of the most difficult wingers to face across Europe. But he's very good today. He's not so good the next day, very inconsistent, and even in this game, to be honest, we've not seen enough of him. But he's got what it takes. He's got a raw talent to be able to do more.
South Korea coming forward quickly with that break. Son Heung-min with the ball, but then Christopher Bonsuba races back in time to poke the ball from Son, throwing into the South Koreans. 25 minutes done at the Seoul World Cup Stadium. It is goalless between South Korea and Ghana in the 2025 Karen Cup. South Korea going back, trying to rebuild. Ball with Kim Min-jae. He finds Lee. Lee coming forward, sends in the cross, but then is headed out by Jonas Adjeti. Cleared by Kwesi Zibo, out of danger, throwing into South Korea, who still haven't created any clear-cut opportunity at the moment, but are knocking on the door of the Black Stars. Kim goes to the middle, find Kalstrop. Kalstrop back to Seo. Ball now with Joe. He finds Kim Min-jae. Back to Seo. South Korea still huffing and puffing, trying to open up the Ghanaian defense. Good energy from Kwesi Sibo there as he pursued that to ensure the Koreans send the ball back. Still goalless. South Korea still building up nicely. Ghana keeping their shape. Long ball, failing to locate Lee. Ali Dusedu calmly sends it back to his goalkeeper, Benjamin Asari. Opens up to Ali Dusedu. Ali Du was sidelined for several months with an ACL injury, but is back. And he doesn't look out of shape.
Yeah, it's good to him, but it's good to have him back. It's a terrible injury for him and for any player who gets that kind of injury.
It can be very difficult to regain fitness and sharpness when you have an ACL, but Ali Dusedu has done it perfectly.
And also has its psychological parts.
Yeah.
You're not sure if your body can respond in the same way. You might also be afraid of getting injured again.
Yeah. The Wolves hunt you. Korea coming forward. The control wasn't the best from Son Heung-min, and it's been cleared out of play. Throwing to the Black Stars. Prince Owusu Mediema showed some great play in the last few minutes he played against Japan, and today he gets to start. He's been defined as a true gem. He plays for Ghana Premier League side Mediema, and he played against Japan, and today he gets to start. He's been defined as a true gem. He plays for Ghana Premier League side Mediema, and will be looking at getting the spot in Otto Addo's final squad for the World Cup.
Yeah, on the point of Prince Owusu, he's one of the players who have been, of course, you can also talk about Kojo Pomprepre, or maybe in this case as well, the striker Edu. A couple of players who have been held by the absence of some very mainstay names in the Black Stars. So an opportunity for them to show the manager what they've got. And so far, they've been good. I think the manager will be happy to see some of the things that they are producing.
Great opportunity for Prince Owusu, and I'm sure a lot of the locally based players will be watching and will be bidding their time, hoping to get an opportunity. Great opportunity for Prince Owusu, and I'm sure a lot of the locally based players will be watching and will be bidding their time, hoping to get an opportunity into Otto Addo's squad. South Korea trying to build from the back, but loses out. Prince Kwabena Owusu, great play from the striker, finds Sibo, who opens up to Kamaldeen Sulemana. Kamaldeen Sulemana has been brought down. Free kick to the Black Stars in a very dangerous position.
And that's what I'd be asking of the white players. They've got the pace about them. They need to cause more problems to the opposition. When they have the ball, they need to push, keep threatening them, go at the target. And that is how Ghana's won this far in a very promising position.
And when it comes to pace, Kamaldeen Sulemana has it in abundance. Plays for Atlanta, formerly of Southampton. Free kick to the Black Stars. If this one is worked well, Ghana could get the opener. I remember the first goal we scored against South Korea at the 2022 World Cup came from a similar position. Christopher Bonsuba behind the ball. And he sends this one in. But Korea cleared their lines. Well, that was a team effort from Ajete, goalkeeper. They didn't have much to do.
That was Ghana's first shot on target. I really look at it.
Yeah.
But I don't think the cross from Christopher Bonsuba was particularly good enough. You want to swing it into an area where the defenders are struggling to backtrack and play it, and then the Ghanaian attackers are attacking the ball. Swinging in had to be better.
Of course, and I always say that these games are incredibly important, especially to players who have been on the periphery and not played much.
Yeah.
Because it gives them an opportunity to showcase what they can do. Ghana leaving dangerously, losing out on possession. South Korea coming forward. Again, Ball with Seo, he turns beautifully, but then Kwesizibo is always there to tidy things up. Ghana have held their own very well. 31 minutes played in the 2025 Karen Cup at the Seoul World Cup Stadium between South Korea and the Black Stars of Ghana. It's goalless, and I'm sure Coach Otuado will be pleased with what he's seen in the first half. Ghana have built brilliantly, but are yet to create some clear-cut opportunities. South Korea again building from the back. Ball with Kim Min-jae. Kim finds Lee on the left, but he's been dispossessed and ball goes out of touch, throwing to the South Koreans.
Yeah, and the way they give me some food in for both teams, it's a mark of a proper tournament game where two teams are not giving enough away, because in the tournament football is not about how well you play, it's just about getting the job done. But just one moment can change everything. So the discipline and the composure of both teams is one that actually sets the tone for preparing for the World Cup or tournament.
Yeah, and Ghana coming forward this time with Kamaldeen Sulemana. He's past Lee, but he's been brought down. Another free kick to the Black Stars. Big opportunity show there.
Yeah, Kamaldeen Sulemana, no defender would like to defend against him, because he can be very tricky and very confusing to do with. I think sometimes he confuses his own self.
I remember when he was at Southampton, they took on Manchester United, and that day, Diogo Dalot
was both Dalot and Lenny Euro, both of them were just
coming up against Kamaldeen Sulemana can be tough. As Teacher said, it is down to consistency. That is the only thing missing from his game. But Ghana have a free kick again at the left-hand side. Christopher Bonsuba standing behind the ball, trying to effect this one. Christopher Bonsuba sends this one in. South Korea clear, but a shot comes in. It's a tussle in there. Ghana still have possession. Ball goes out of touch. Corner kick to the Black Stars. Ajete. He thought he was going to get his first goal for the Black Stars. It was a beautifully...
That was a better one. That was a better cross from Christopher Bonsuba. Gave problems to the Korean side, but Ghana just waiting to find where the ball is going to drop. Didn't quite drop kindly for anyone in that box. But that's a corner kick now. And
well,
Ghana, as you said,
couldn't get a clean hit with that corner kick to the Black Stars. Ghana's first corner kick in today's game. Kamaldeen Sulemana takes up the corner kick duties. There's no Mohamed Kudus or Jordan in this game, so he's taking that upon himself. Swings in a beautiful corner, headed, but goes way off target from Prince Kwabena Edu.
Yeah, we just speak about the fact that Ghana has become a very good set-piece team. That's one of those scenarios that you're hoping that Ghana could test Korea. They've gone onto the head of Kwabena Edu, but no troubles at all.
No troubles for South Korea. Goalkeeper Song hasn't had much to do in post, but Kelly sensing a beautiful ball. But then Prince Owusu, in a haste to take the shot, misses it completely. Ball still with the Black Stars. Kelly Brinchi has shown great energy in midfield. Kamaldeen Sulemana being pursued by So again. And it goes back to Gideon Mensah. Kelly Brinchi finds Opon Pepra, who goes back to his defensive partner. Ajete, ball with Alidu Seidu now. Beautiful skill from Alidu Seidu. Ghana still with possession. Upon Pepra. Opens up to the left where Gideon Mensah is the captain of the day. Kamaldeen Sulemana been dispossessed but regains possession again and sends a long one. Trying to find Christopher Bonsuba. Beautiful control from Bonsuba. He leaves Lee on the 10. And Prince Kwabena Edu's pass could not locate any Black Stars player. Still Ghana in possession. Upon Pepra. Still with the ball. Goes back to Kwesizibo. Ghana have stepped on the gas in the last 2 minutes. Christopher Bonsuba. coming forward patiently. He goes past his Marcusson and sends the ball back to Kwesi Zibo. Zibo finds Alidu Seidu, who can send it across from the right. Alidu goes back to Zibo. Zibo finds Caleb Yuenchi. The South Koreans have mounted the wall in front of their own goal. Difficult to penetrate. Prince Owusu goes for the shot, but flies way off target.
Yeah, that was a very good sustained spell for the Ghanaian side. Passing the ball while applying the pressure where they should. Korea unable to get anywhere near the ball, encouraging signs from the Black Stars as they close the half very strongly. I mean, we've seen the ability, we've seen the confidence and the quality of the side. Look, this performance is a lot better than we saw in the game against Japan.
Well, it's an improved performance over what Ghana did against Japan. We lost that game and are looking to build on that. Coach Otoado talked about the fact that there could be vast improvements in that performance, and today the Black Stars have shown that. Some 37 minutes played at the Seoul Stadium, still goalless between Ghana and South Korea. 2025 Carrying Cup live on TV3. Ball with Seoul. He finds Kim Min-jae. Kim, part of the back three that South Korea have deployed today. South Korea with some beautiful play there, trying to clear the ball through. It goes to Benjamin Asare. Always calm in post. Currently the number one for the Black Stars, as Coach Otoado stated. There's also Anand, who was in post for that game against South Korea. Atizigi is also part of the squad, but he has not had any minutes in this tournament. Hopefully he gets some minutes before this game ends. South Korea coming forward again. Kalstrop there finds Lee. Ball with Lee. South Korea goes back, trying to draw Ghana out of their shove, but the Black Stars are standing firm. The shape when they are defending is superb. A lot of leaders at the back. Gideon Mensah, Alidu Seidu, all commanding that back line. South Korea still trying to find a way through the Black Stars defense. Game still ongoing. Kim comes to the middle, finds Kalstrop. Ball with South Korea again. Ghana forcing them back into their own half. Ball with Kim. Now to Seoul. Still some good play now. They open up the defense. Lee with the ball, sensing the crossbar. Alidu Seidu. Defense is lying very well. They are throwing everything.
That was the idea in the way Korea were passing. They're just passing to draw Ghana to one side, open up the space on the other side and ask for a runner to be there. That was the runner, that was the ball, but that was the defending from Alidu Seidu. Corner kick, Korea. Ever present Korea have another corner kick, their third corner kick of the game. Ghana have one corner kick, and definitely Son Heung-min would be on that corner kick duty. Alidu seemed to have come up worse after that tackle, but he's back. He's a warrior and definitely will continue this one. Son Heung-min to effect this corner kick. Again, lots of bodies. Kim Min-jae, who is a very good header of the ball, also in the area. Goalkeeper Benjamin Asare, very steady in post, waiting for that to be effected. Yeah, you're in this period, you just want to stick with your marker. Track his run and keep an eye on the ball as well. Son Heung-min to effect this one, sends in the long cross, but it's headed straight to goalkeeper Benjamin Asare. This one didn't trouble him at all. It was a feeble header, and Korea almost committed a blunder at the back. Maybe before the blunder, I thought that was again poor defending from the Black Stars on the set piece. They left the man unmarked. Not too sure who was marking him, but just made a small run or short run to the near post and nobody was staying with him. A better connection with the ball, a better direction on the ball, and maybe the Black Stars would have been in trouble. Stick with your man, see it through, make sure you know where the ball ends up before you let your man loose.
So, game continue in earnest with South Korea losing out on possession. Kamaldeen Sulemana, there's an opportunity for the Black Stars. He tries to do one too many, and it's been cleared. That was an opportunity, Sichot.
Yeah. Kamaldeen Sulemana, as soon as the ball broke to him, he just knew. So that was the incident again. Look at him run to the near post. Nobody marking the man.
Poor defending.
And if he had a better connection on the ball with a lot more of power, the goalkeeper might be in trouble. But yeah, Asari didn't panic. Kept his eye on the ball, picked the ball up. But here, Kamaldeen Sulemana, 1v1, you're expecting so much from him, but credit to Korea, then they defended well.
Ball goes out of touch. Going into South Korea. So with the ball, it's been a pretty decent first half from the Black Stars. Not much to do. Ghana have an opportunity again. The shot comes in, deflected, and hits the side net.
Yeah, Korea, they were caught napping there. Yeah, they threw in their own half, but look, the pressure from the Black Stars, Kamaldeen Sulemana, it's becoming lively now. We had a slow start to the game, but in the last 15 minutes or so, it's been the one that every good thing in attack for the Black Stars has been run through deflection and into the side net and corner kick.
Another corner kick for the Black Stars, the second of this game. Kamaldeen Sulemana burst into life in the last 15 minutes. He was quiet at the start of the game, and he'll be effecting this corner kick. Can Ghana make this count? Kamaldeen Sulemana sends a long one in. Kelly controls this one beautifully. Still opportunity for the Black Stars, but he hits the ball against the man, and South Korea come away with this one brilliantly. That could be a counter-attack for South Korea, but Gideon Mensah is there to extinguish any danger.
Well done. Well done. When you're attacking set pieces, that's why your rest defense is important. And at some point, I thought that ball was going to go over the top and there was nobody there, but Gideon was in position to clean it up.
And Gideon read that danger beautifully. Prince Kamino Usu, we've seen a few instances where he challenged for the ball and lost it, but he's really distributed his energy well on the pitch. South Korea still building up and coming forward with this one. Loses out on possession. Kwesi Zibo picks this one up and finds Ali Seidu. Seidu goes back to Ajete, who finds Prepara. Prepara to the middle, finds Prince Owusu. Kamaldeen Sulemana, sorry. Kamaldeen's ball goes back to Ajete, who finds Christopher Bonsuba. Ali Seidu now. Back to Bonsuba, who sends a long one to the left, trying to locate Gideon Mensah, but straight to Lee.
I think this has been a minute to go to the break. I think this has been impressive from the Black Stars. This is almost like a new team. Many partnerships that haven't played together, but they've looked solid. They've looked like they understand each other. There's some chemistry and harmony in the team. The centre-back partnership is new. The midfield partnership is new. The entire frontline partnership is new. However, in this first 45 minutes, it looked like a team that is well rehearsed, understand how to defend and shape up off the ball. And of course, on the ball as well, we've seen glimpses of what they can do in attack. So yeah, it's been an impressive first half by the Black Stars and Otoado's side.
Of course, and a vast improvement in performance as compared to what we saw against Japan just a minute ago. Is South Korea 0, Ghana 0 in the 2025 Current Cup. The Black Stars have held their own against South Korea at the Seoul World Cup Stadium. I'm sure Coach Otoado would want to dip his hands into a substitute bench, but it's over. First half has ended at the Seoul World Cup Stadium. No goals in this one. Nothing to separate the two sides. It's South Korea 0, Ghana 0, and we'll be back with the second half. My name is Mutala Yakubu. I did this with Philip Ashim Sichofe. Orekwan Pofu will take over.
And so goalless after the first half in this match between South Korea and the Black Stars at the Seoul World Cup Stadium. In case you are wondering, is close to about 8 p.m. in South Korea, despite the fact that it's still broad daylight here in Ghana. And this is part of preparations for the World Cup in 2026. Both teams have qualified and are using this to test their strength. So far, it's been a game of equal measure for both teams, as it's been cautious from South Korea and Ghana as they continue to measure each other. But the good news is there's 45 more minutes to play in this one, and hopefully the game comes to life. Remember that we'll still be showing you that second half live on TV3, but we go for a quick break.
In the silence, something was growing. The journey continues. They calm before the storm. You can't mute a force that was born to speak. You can't bury rhythm. It rewrites itself. Louder. Every signal lost finds its way back to the source. This is not a comeback, it's a recalibration. This is the takeover. This is Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. Driving you home with good vibes, good conversations, and the freshest hits. Hop in, take a ride. Trigmatic on 3FM Drive. 3FM, your urban lifestyle radio. In the silence, something was growing. The journey continues. They calm before the storm. Mute a force that was born to speak. You can't bear.
The Electoral Commission has reiterated its commitment to organizing free and fair elections this December.
How's your week treating you? I'm here to serve you great music tidbits for your at-work listening pleasure.
Rastafari, Rastafari, Rastafari. Our Father, who art in Zion, come my way, come my way, come my way. Oh, turn it up!
Come into the mountains, sight and I grandfather.
It's time to drive you home in style with great music, the 411 and all your favorite songs, what's happening around town, and so much more. And in the headlines today, the two leading political parties have been addressing the public on allegations of corruption. The Black Stars coach has unveiled his squad for the upcoming games, and there are some interesting names. Pull up! The weekend is here and it's time to turn up. Get your dancing shoes on, Lego. We really do have it all. It's a premium mix of information and entertainment every single day on 3FM 92.7, your urban lifestyle radio.
Has been long. Deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up. has been long. Deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up. It has been long. Deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up. It has been long. Deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up. It has been long. Deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your free.
This December, give your kids what they really want. Your time, your full attention. Cerelac in partnership with 3FM presents Family Fun Day. Hashtag Familac 2025. A full day adventure packed with games, family competitions, live performances. Happening Friday, 5th December at Good Park from 9 a.m. To register your family for free, dial *928*12*11#. For vendor bookings or inquiries, call or WhatsApp us on 053-11-00927 or 053-220-0927. Family Fun Day, powered by Cerelac and brought to you by 3FM. This December, give your kids what they really want. Your time, your full attention. Cerelac in partnership with 3FM presents Family Fun Day. Hashtag This December, give your kids what they really want. Your time, your full attention. Cerelac in partnership with 3FM presents Family Fun Day. Hashtag Familac 2025. A full day adventure packed with games, family competitions, live performances. Happening Friday, 5th December at Good Park from 9 a.m. To register your family for free, dial *928*12*11#. For vendor bookings or inquiries, call or WhatsApp us on 053-11-00927 or 053-220-0927. Family Fun Day, powered by Cerelac and brought to you by 3FM. This December, give your kids what they really want. Your time, your full attention. Cerelac in partnership with 3FM presents Family Fun Day. Hashtag Familac 2025. A full day adventure packed with games, family competitions, live performances. Happening.
It has been long. Deadlines, hustle, pressure. Now it's time to breathe, to dance, to feel again. The music hits, waves crush, energy rises. You're surrounded by good people and golden light. This is your reset, your freedom, your joy. 3FM All White Party, the beach edition, where paradise meets the party. Labadi Beach Hotel, 28 December. Lock it up.
92.7 3 FM.
The back four, has it made Ghana more competitive? Or is it a case of South Korea maybe not being up to the level of Japan?
It can be a combination of both. But more important, I just think is the understanding of what the Black Stars want to do. They've been very patient. One of the things that has really hurt Ghana, take it 20 years ago, maybe when August 9th even played, is sometimes we are impatient. We go into the game, things are not happening, and individuals want to take initiative. So the team discipline is broken. But when you look at this team and the way they are playing, everybody is patient. Let's defend when we have to defend. When we are attacking, the rest defense has to stay in place. The attackers need to do their job. So I think the credit goes more to what Otuado's instructions have been and how the players have carried it out. Of course, it's goalless. You can't speak as if the team is winning. But I think there is more credit to how the team has shaped up than how South Korea themselves have played. But it also must be said that we expected more of South Korea in front of their home crowd.
Let me go to Bill. Bill joins us like he did in the Japan one match. Bill, so far we're seeing a 0-0 game. What are Ghanaians saying on social media?
Well, some names have appeared on social media, but one of the key names appearing is Prince Owusu. He's a midfielder who features for Mediama SC. And I would say generally, they've not been so impressed with his performance so far. Leonard is talking about it being a very solid 4-2-3-1 formation, pressing quite well. Creativity still missing, as Prince Owusu is missing in the 10 row during attacks, but good game so far. Now, Guy in the Trotsky is saying the first half there, the only person who has not done well is Prince Owusu. And then he also said, Charlie, the Prince Owusu guy is not good. He's playing like he's afraid. And then we can see HNKWO saying Prince Owusu man is not so pleased. And then AJ is saying this Prince Owusu guy has been poor to say the least. Leslie saying Prince Owusu things say we they play for here, eh? And then there's a beautiful run from the Black Stars player Prince Owusu. I mean, he made a run, but they did not score. And then we have Isak Plus saying, what a beautiful run by Prince Owusu once again. I mean, he made at least one good run. And Evans is actually saying something good about Prince Owusu. He's saying Prince Owusu is really taking on South Korea so well, he should have a spot in the World Cup. I think I should throw back that.
You should have a what?
A spot in the World Cup.
Wow. He needed just 45 minutes. Interesting. I don't know, what do you think? What have you made of his debut so far?
I think that so far he's done what he's supposed to do when he has the ball, but he's made some decisions that are not going well for the team, and I hope he'll be spoken to. The second half he can change if they are going to maintain him in the team. But for me, it looks like all the messages were geared towards Prince, and a young guy should not even receive such messages. I think his spirit will be down.
Sometimes there's the pressure that comes to the national team.
Absolutely.
The whole country watching you.
and also, it's because the entire team has been so good, and the performance has been very steady, that it is easy to pick a player whose performance is a little below it. I don't think he's been terrible, but it's just the fact that everybody around him is looking very decent, so it's easy to pick on the little things. But I think some of those comments are harsh, but that's what I expect on social media.
And Benjamin Asare, so far, clean sheet in the first half. Justified, isn't it?
Well, yeah, and again, it's some of the things that he's had to deal with. We saw him come out strong and hard to fist that corner that came to him. Again, when the team is looking for some respite and they send the ball back to him, he's being calm, pick some decent passes, and when he has to clear it and be safe, he's done that. And also, that team header that came to him, he was able to collect it. Son Heung-min's initial cross from the first minutes of that first half, he gathered it quite comfortably. So he hasn't really been tested, but whatever has come to him, he's been able to deal with it.
Well, let's go back to Bill, because there's been more positive comments, at least this time, from what I see.
Yeah, from Instagram, a lot of positive comments coming in after that.
The ex people are toxic. Instagram.
It's always been like that.
You know what happens on X can get very, very tense. But on Instagram, Softboy is saying solid performance. And then Dance Captain is giving a fire emoji to Benjamin Asare. He likes the performance. And then we have another one saying Ajete Anan dropping a master class at the back. Sibo making a little mistake, but the final third decision making being poor, lack of control in midfield. Overall, a step ahead of the last game that was against Japan, much to improve on. And then Lucky Jibril is saying good game by the boys. John Nas 1 is giving a thumbs up to Kamaldeen Sulemana. And then another comment is saying South Korea struggling against the Ghana B team as well. And then, of course, a lot more comments giving a positive feedback to Ghana.
And so there you do have live feed from the second half at the Seoul Stadium. Will there be a winner? As the game is currently deadlocked at 0-0 between South Korea and Ghana. My colleague Mutala Yakubu and Philip Sichofe Atrim take over with commentary for the second half between South Korea and Ghana.
Yes, the teams are coming out. And South Korea already effecting 2 changes. Otuado is yet to dip his hands into a substitute pool. But for South Korea, other players are going to be given opportunities. 2 substitutions coming in so far. Prince Kwabenedu worked himself well in the first 45 minutes. Korea already effecting some changes, but Ghana still maintaining the starting 11.
I did say that between the 2 managers, who will be the happier one. And the start of the second half quite clearly maybe they confirms that Korea are not too happy, so they have to adjust the team to change something in the team. We will notice what has changed if it does in the game as we'll be paying close attention. For Otto, he would have been happy with what he saw in that first 45 minutes, so more of the same would have been the message from him to his boys in that break.
So for South Korea, Kim Jin-gyu coming on for Kwon Hyu, and also Seo Min-woo also coming on for Castro. So 2 substitutions for South Korea, none for the Black Stars. Game has kicked off in the second half, still goalless between the 2 sides. Korea continuing from where they stopped in the first half, trying to build patiently from the back to draw Ghana out of their shelf. Kim Min-jae finds Woo. Ball still with South Korea.
Well, now that South Korea have made those changes, the technical team of the Black Stars must realize that maybe things will change in the team, so they must react if those changes do come. It's one of the problems that we find with the Black Stars in recent times, that when teams do adapt or change something, we are slow to change. So if they can read the game early enough to make those changes, then that could be it.
Sure. Ball with Pepera. He sends the ball back to Kwesi Sibo. Calmly, Ajete goes along to find Christopher Bonsuba. Ball with Alidu Seidu. The ever-present Alidu Seidu plays for Rene in the French League 1. There you have the Hartford goalkeeper Benjamin Asari trying something new. Kelly Birenchi, very confident of him to do that in his own 18 area.
So calm, so collected.
I've seen a lot of players in that situation where they've panicked, but not Kelly Birenchi. That was a beautiful skill there. Ball with Christopher Bonsuba. Alidu Seidu surges forward. Ghana with an opportunity. Alidu Seidu hesitated a bit and allowed Lee Kim Min-jae, to stretch and block this one.
Now I wonder if Alidu Seidu looked into the box and realized there was nobody in the area, so he actually invited the corner kick. I think it might be a smart play from him, because then he looks over his shoulder, nobody's in the box. He can't just play the ball into the empty box for any Ghanaian player, so he wins a corner where many players can join in and attack it.
But it results in the corner kick for the Black Stars. Christopher Bonsuba this time to effect the corner from the left. Bonsuba goes long, but he's been cut out.
That was poor.
Poor corner kick from Bonsuba. Alidu Seidu recycles the ball, trying to find Prince Owusu, but then the South Koreans cut this one out. Ghana trying to regroup again. Kim Min-jae already looking very, very exhausted with that tackle that he went in with. Gideon Mensah commits a foul, and it's a free kick to South Korea, who effect this one. Otoado maybe would want to see what these boys would do in maybe the first 10-15 minutes of the second half before effecting the change. Korea coming forward by Gideon Mensah. Standing tall, Kelly Brienchi. Very confident. Prince Owusu, the Mediema man, opens it up to Christopher Bonsuba. Bonsuba being confronted by two players, sends the ball back to Prince Owusu. Kelly Brienchi in the middle. He goes long to find Gideon Mensah. Ball switch to the left. Kamaldeen Sulemana wants to use his space, but this time he commits a foul. Free kick to South Korea.
Yeah. I mean, it's good defending. Okay, that was the earlier incident. The ball over the top. Again, we spoke about the spaces in behind the Black Stars that Korea would be looking for. The two strikers just couldn't combine there, as Gideon Mensah showed good strength to get the ball from his man.
It looks like we've not seen the rapid nature of Son in this game. Is it down to the fact that he's growing a bit?
I mean, Son is not a Son you knew from Spurs. Again, his age not on his side. At the age of 33, 34, obviously he's going to be slowing down. But listen, he's still got that clinical edge about him. So don't allow him time and space on the ball in and around the box. He can be devastated.
Son Heung-min, it looks like he's modified his game due to age. He used to be very rapid.
I remember that game in Spurs where he ran from his own half through the middle of the park
against West Ham United.
Against West Ham United.
South Korea sending in the cross, Benjamin Asare. Easy, that's it for him. Ben Asare, the #1 for the Black Stars. He's loved in camp. They call him SM in camp.
It's a big
big fan of Shatawali.
The Shatta movement, so yeah. I think that also has helped his popularity because that fan base is huge across the country, maybe the continent, and if we want to project it across the globe. So when people realize that he identifies with the brand, they are happy to wish him well.
Yeah, and one of the locally based goalkeepers that I spoke to recently told me that Asare has given them a lot of hope that if you're a locally based goalkeeper, you can still work your way and actually make an impact for the Black Stars.
Yeah, it's about grabbing the opportunities. When Asare first earned the call-up, Asare has been in and around the Black Star call-up. I remember the 55-man provisional squad for the World Cup. His name was in there. And when he eventually got his name into the Black Stars for the call-up for the World Cup qualifiers, many thought, just another player to be part of the team. But he went there with a lot of confidence that he could be the one. After training session, technical team decided he's going to be the one. He's never looked back since then. Credit to him.
Benjamin Asare in post. So far keeping a clean sheet, but South Korea come forward with Son Heung-min. Post for a shot. Actually, that was he went for the snapshot, but he flew way over the crossbar. But Sicho, most of these players, I mean, people are talking about the fact that a player like Precizibo, if he goes to the World Cup, he could earn him a big opportunity to move from Real Oviedo.
Yeah, it could. I mean, the World Cup is the biggest football showcase, and if you're good enough to represent your country at the World Cup, and you go there and deliver as well, then teams are confident that when they buy you, you can add value to their team. So for every player, even for those playing in top teams, for example, Mohamed Kudus is playing for Spurs. If he goes to the World Cup and he starts there, it could be Real Madrid, it could be Barcelona, it could be Arsenal, it could be Chelsea. So it's not only for the players in the smaller teams, if you put it that way, for every player at the World Cup.
Big opportunity for these Black Stars players. Prince Owusu plays for Mediema in the Ghana Premier League, already showing his quality with the Black Stars. No wonder his name is not part of the recent Black Galaxy squad, because he's on major assignments for the Black Stars. He, together with Benjamin Asare, are not in the squad.
Yeah.
The Black Galaxies will be playing the CHAN qualifiers, and this time it is being managed by Kasim Mengo.
A very good manager, really good.
Yeah. I mean, you spoke fondly of Kasim Mengo several times when you were on Ghana Premier League duties, and I've also experienced his quality. Such a top manager we have in Ghana. But Kelly Brienchi loses out on possession, but Kizibo retrieves this one. Prince Kwabno Edu has an opportunity to open the scoring for Ghana, and that was a sumptuous goal, but it looks like the flag has gone up. That would have been an incredible goal from Prince Kwabena Owusu. If that had counted,
yeah.
Let's see the replay. It looks like he moved.
That's the incident again.
Too early. Yeah.
But
it's a tight one, Sicho. It's a
difficult call. Initially, I thought maybe it was offside, but looking at this again, I think it was close. It really was close, but look at that for composure. Look at that for calmness. Eyes through his veins there. Sits the goalkeeper down and puts it into the net, but it won't count. What a shame. What a shame that he's not getting his debut goal for the Black Stars. But again, something happened that we've never seen. We've never seen with one of our players there.
Sibo.
Kwesi Sibo. What we don't know about him is his passing range, and if he has that in his locker. But what Kwesi Sibo does here is that he picks a very good through ball down the channel for the striker, who maybe just timed this run well and go on to the end of the ball, but who has been flagged for offside, unfortunately.
Well, I think if VAR was used today, this would have counted because Lee was clearly, he played Prince Kwabena Owusu onside. Because
I'm not sure if it was clearly onside,
but it was slightly, it was very close, very, very close.
And it's been checked.
It's been checked.
Yeah.
So there's VAR, and it's been checked. And I feel this could be a goal for Ghana because it was very close there. Initially, I thought he was offside. Well, offside. And Prince Kwabena Owusu. But that would be a confidence booster for Ghana, knowing that they can penetrate the the South Korean defense. So
yeah, good signs for Ghana, warning signs for Korea. And again, the second half could be very good for the Black Stars because now South Korea would have to come out and play. They will need to show a lot more of intensity and a lot more of committing bodies forward. And that could be the spaces that are beginning to emerge in their backline.
Korea coming forward with Son, and he's been brought down by Gideon Mensah. Free kick to the South Koreans. Ali Duseidu, I beg your pardon, in a very dangerous position as Son Heung-min territory.
I mean, we saw him score one from similar range when they played against Bolivia only a couple of days ago. I think Son Heung-min will be the one behind it again, and you don't want to be giving away fouls to a team that has the quality of Son Heung-min from such range. But I think this is too wide that he would have loved. A bit more central, and that would have been tested. But they can still be dangerous.
Of course, it can still be dangerous with Son Heung-min always in the mix. Grabs the ball, and you're sure that definitely he would effect this free kick. Wall being formed. Hamadi Sulemana in there. Ghana will try to block this one. Son Heung-min, but he leaves it, and a beautiful cross sent in. Ball still in the 18-yard area of Ghana. It's a tussle, but finally the Black Stars clear the alliance, and Prince Kwabena Owusu neat play from the striker. Very composed with the ball at his feet.
Very, very composed. I mean, we saw the goal that he scored, and that maybe sums up the kind of player he is. And I spoke about the fact that he's not that striker that likes to play with his back facing, his defender, his back to his defender. He's a striker that likes to run down the channel. The one opportunity that we put him down the channel, we saw the kind of goal that he scored, and there he is again, under pressure, trying to take the pressure off his team by winning a very good foul in the place that can get the team to restart.
Ghana had an opportunity to restart the game. Pepra finds Gideon Mensah. Back to Pepra. Goal shots, but Ghana have been dispossessed. Ball with South Korea. A tussle there. Ajete doing all he can to ensure ball does not get to Son Heung-min. He finds Lee. South Korea still coming forward. The shot comes in, deflected, and very close. Benjamin Asari seemed to have gotten that covered, but it's a corner kick to South Korea. They're trying to find all the spaces and now shooting from afar.
Yeah, Ghana just struggling to clear the lines there. The ball is bouncing all over the place. It's Son who brings that control. Checks onto his left foot and trying to whip it into the near side. I think Benjamin Asari had it covered. Deflection takes it away for the corner kick though.
Corner kick to South Korea. Their faith in this game. Prince Kwabena Owusu coming back to assume some defensive duties. The center forward so far has shown glimpses of his quality. Another corner kick to South Korea, quickly effected in. Let's go up. Pepra, ball still not fully cleared. Ghana still looking at defending this one. South Korea neatly done. Ghana not completely out of the woods. A cross has been sent in. But Benjamin Nassari had to pull off that save. It looked like the ball was flying over the crossbar, but he needed to ensure.
He had to be sure. He really had to be sure
that this one doesn't go in.
As the header comes, he's off his line a little bit, so he has to backpedal and be sure that he's stepping that over the bar, and he does step it over the bar, Benjamin Nassari. Or does it come off the bar, or he tips it over the bar, so we'll see here.
I think it was, yeah.
He gets a touch on it, he tips it over the bar, that's a corner kick.
Nassari gets the touch, and it's another corner kick for South Korea. Son, behind the ball again. Plays for Los Angeles in the Major League Soccer. Son Heung-min. A lot of bodies in the box. Son Heung-min sends in the cross. Still not cleared. Now it's been booted out by Kelly Burenchi. Ball still back into the half of Ghana. Kelly Burenchi again going up. Currently a ping pong. It's going back and forth. But South Korea trying to open up to Son Heung-min, but Alidu Seidu intercepts, and this could be an opportunity for Ghana. Alidu goes back to Kelly Burenchi. Back to Alidu. Now to Ajete.
Yeah, good way to take a sting out of the game, because Korea were just mounting some pressure on the Black Stars.
Of course, and remember that Ghana have men on the bench who can come in and change the game. There's Kelvin and Nkrumah of Medieba, Opoku, Owusu, Thomas, Brandon Asante, who plays for Coventry. They are in some fine form in the English Championship, and he will also be looking at getting some game time. He started that game against Japan where Ghana lost.
I think this game suits him.
Yeah.
I think this game really suits him. Brandon Asante, powerful runner, good runner. Ability on the ball is great. And now that Japan have, I beg your pardon, Korea have up their tempo. It's almost like Otoado was listening to the commentary.
Of course, I think that Sichu Otoado was clearly listening to you, because he's effecting a change, and that will be the first for Ghana. But Korea, it is done and dusted for Son Heung-min. He's coming off after 61 minutes.
What a legend. What an absolute legend Son Heung-min. What a player he's been for his country.
Yep. Son clearly up there in the history books of Korea with the likes of Jason Park.
It's probably the... Yeah, up there with Jisoo Park. Jisoo Park edges him with laurels and success. But in terms of real ability and the sheer quality, I think it's got to be him.
And Ghana have also effected a substitution. Prince Owusu comes off for Brandon Thomas Asante.
Yeah.
And it's an attacking change from Otoado, but South Korea coming forward, sensing the cross. And this time, it is in the back of the net. A free header. Ghana didn't defend their lines well, allowing South Korea to take the lead. Lee, the left back, bumping forward and connecting with the cross. Benjamin Nassari could not do anything about this one. It is South Korea 1, Ghana 0.
Yeah, South Korea have been the better side in the second 45 minutes. They'll be asking all the questions. That was a really good ball, you know, into the fast pace. And look at that as he makes his run into the fast. The defending is poor from the Black Star point of view. Nobody really keeping an eye on him as he makes his run to the fast stick, and he has the ball into the turf. You know, when you look at that, the way the team has shaped up there, nobody keeping an eye on him. Has the ball into the turf. That's what makes it difficult for the goalkeeper. Once the ball hits the turf, it is going to bounce. You can't predict it. Right into the turf. Goalkeeper has no chance. The defending is poor. Or comes off his chest, really.
Alidu Seidu there didn't know Lee was behind him, and he was hoping Christopher Bonsuba would do him the honors by closing that gap. But it was left open, and Lee, the left back, had to just get a touch on the ball to go past Benjamin Nassari.
Yeah. We spoke about the fact that the game had been honest evens, but just one moment could change anything or everything. It's one of those things where you are quite comfortable in the game, and there's that one lapse of concentration as you see the goal develop again. Good ball into the far side.
And you predicted that the Koreans were going to come out very strongly in the second half.
Yeah. The cross, to be honest, is really good, but it shouldn't be that he's left unmarked on the far stick. Somebody should be getting close to him. Somebody should be applying the pressure on him, but free header, he wasn't going to miss from there.
And it's always difficult when the ball comes off the ground before getting closer to the goalkeeper. Little. Benjamin Asare couldn't do anything about that one. And now Ghana would have to come out and try to get the equalizer. Son is off, as I said. Prince Owusu has also come off. The Black Stars also have an opportunity. Shot comes in from Thomas Brandon Asante.
Yeah, that was a good pressure from Calibri Winchi in the middle of the park as he pounces to win the ball. Look at him. He smells the danger, pounces, wins the ball. Brandon Asante just knows that by this time the keeper is unsettled maybe, so gets his shots away, but it's always drifting wide.
Yeah, just inches.
Just drifting wide.
I think it comes underneath the post.
Yeah, just the outside of the post.
Just the outside of the post. And Thomas Brandon Asante clearly has brought in some energy. More of these opportunities, and I'm sure Ghana would get a goal. He's in fine form at the moment for Coventry City in the English Championship. Ghana now with a lot of urgency in their game. Caleb Renchi. Ball with Christopher Bonsuba, but he's been dispossessed. And South Korea losing out again. Kwesi Zibo finds Gideon Mensah. Gideon wants to send in the cross, but he hesitates a bit as he finds Kamaldeen Suleiman. A ball back to Pepra. Thibaut opens up to Ajeti.
Whenever Ghana will be trying to chase the equalizer, they also have to be careful not to take unnecessary risk, because Korea can be quick on the counter as well.
Of course, a long one to Ali Seidu from Ajeti. Still with Alidu. Christopher Bonsuba sends in the cross. I think Prince Kwabena got a header to it, but he didn't get the cleanness of touch.
Yeah.
If he had connected properly with this one, it could have been the equalizer.
It was a difficult one. There's the goal again. Good ball into the far stick. Free man there.
And guess what? The one who assisted the goal is called Lee, and the goal scorer is called Lee. So Lee to Lee leads to a South Korea goal.
Or better still, a Lee to Lee leads to the lead.
That is South Korea for you. But it seems there's some urgency in the play of Ghana in the last 2 minutes.
You have to respond when you're down. I'm sure the more experienced players in this game will tell you that you want to be careful. You don't want to be too vulnerable in trying to respond.
South Korea trying to come forward again. But goalkeeper Asare comes out to grab this one. Kelly Birenchi. Sometimes plays as a right back, sometimes as a centre back. And Ali Seidu with that beautiful skill there to leave the Korean player on the turf. Ghana coming forward strongly with Pepra.
Listen, I've really enjoyed Caleb Birenchi in the middle of the park. And one of the things I spoke about ahead of the game was what he was going to offer in midfield. I think it's been brilliant.
And the head coach of Nordirland says that he even believes Caleb Birenchi can play as a centre back.
I won't put it past him.
A very versatile player for the Black Stars. I thought Ali Seidu was the most versatile player in the team, but it looks like Caleb is also up there. Puts in a very good shift whenever Coach Otuado calls on him.
Yeah.
But at the moment, the Black Stars are down by 1-0. Lee getting that goal for them. Ghana chasing the game. Kwesi. Despite Ghana being down by 1-0, I'm sure Coach Otuado will be pleased with what he's seen from his boys, knowing that a lot of the experience and first team players are not available, like the Mohamed Kudus, the likes of Jordan, are not available for this assignment. And Ghana still putting in a good shift. Christopher Bonsuba, one of those players who burst onto the scene during the Unity Cup together with Kelly Birenchi and has not looked back since. Prince Kwabena Edu, neat turn from the striker. finds Kelebrenchi, who opens up to Christopher Bonsuba. Can Ghana really make this one count? Ali Disedu can send in a cross from here, but straight to Korean goalkeeper Son. I think there was a bit of miscommunication between Alidu and Bonsuba because Alidu was not anticipating this ball.
No, you should have, because I mean, Bonsuba cuts in, you are making a run on the outside. You should always be trying to get there. I thought that was well until the final cross. That wasn't necessarily good enough.
Prince Kwabnedu on the turf seemed to be in some form of pain. Let's hope that this is not a serious injury. After that knee turn to find Kelebrenchi, he just went down to the turf. It looks like he's in some form of pain. Let's hope he can continue. Well, I think he got stepped on inside the box inadvertently by the Korean defender. There you see it. He began to feel the pain. He's played good football. He plays for Victoria Pilsen.
I think he keeps holding his hip.
Yeah.
You wonder if he has misstepped somewhere or something. It's a friendly game. You don't want the players to risk so much once there's any, hint of
I'm not
injury.
sure he might continue this one.
Yeah.
Coach Otoado could decide to just bring him off.
It's been a decent outing for him, to be honest. Not having necessarily played to his strength in the first half when the balls have gone long to him. Ken Menjai had the better of him, but when he has had to, drop deep and take the ball on the turn, it's been good. And when he has had to run in behind, as we saw for his disallowed goal, he's been decent as well. So yeah, we know what he's made of.
Yeah, and he's coming off. Prince Kwabnedu could not continue this game, and he's coming off. Game still continues in earnest with South Korea. The goal scorer Lee on the ball now. Trying to go long, but fine show in the defense. South Korea with the ball now. Remember that the likes of Wang Yi-chan have all been introduced. He plays for Wolverhampton Wanderers in the English Premier League. So South Korea have quite a decent squad. Another cross in, but this time it comes off its own player. South Korea still on the ball. Wang Yi-chan, beautiful skill there to go past two players, and he's brought down. The referee whistles for a penalty. It looks like Kelebrenchi pulled Wang Yi-chan, the Wolverhampton Wanderers man that I was talking about.
Yeah.
Great skill there to go past two players, and Kelebrenchi could not keep his composure.
I think the defending was poor to begin with. The tackles there were a bit labored and sometimes lazy there. I think he shouldn't be sticking his leg there. He should be following his man. He doesn't. And Kelebrenchi as well, maybe a little bit overzealous in trying to stop his man, get his hand all over him and pulls him down. And look at this level, the experienced players will know. Once they feel that contact, they will make the most of it. And he made the most of it. And now Korea have got a chance to be better.
With VAR also fully operating in this tournament, there was no way Kelebrenchi would have escaped with that. Yes. And the referee didn't even hesitate to point to the spot. It looks like Gideon Mensah is still protesting, but Wang Yi-chan picks up the ball.
He's doing the captain's job. The captain always has to say something.
Of course. Wang Yi-chan picks up the ball, and South Korea have an opportunity to make it 2-0 with 72 minutes played at the Seoul International Stadium, or the Seoul World Cup Stadium. Currently Ghana are down by a goal to nil.
Yeah.
And we're just about making a substitution before Wang Yi-chan showed that quality to get the penalty, and he picks up the ball with no Son on the pitch. The opportunity falls to him. Ghana making another substitution.
Prince Osei-Owusu comes on.
Prince Osei-Owusu comes on for Prince Kwabnedu. A lot of princes in the Black Stars these days. But goalkeeper Benjamin Asare coming up against Wang Yi-chan. Can Asare pull off the save? Still waiting for the penalty to be effected. One has his eyes firmly on the ball. Referee blows his whistle. 1, 2, 3. 1. And goalkeeper Benjamin Asare pulls off the save. That was a poor kick from Wani Chan, but a very good save from Benjamin Asare.
Yeah, to be honest, it was a poor kick. I mean, if you want to hit the ball, you have to go down the corner, you have to have a bit more power. But Benjamin Asare just kept his eye on the ball, read the situation, was very calm, and then picked up the ball. When a goalkeeper saves your penalty without having to parry it or punch it, it tells you that the goalkeeper has read it fully, got his full body behind the ball, made a save and avoided any rebound. So yeah, credit to Benjamin Asare for Chan. Terrible kick, and maybe that this save gives the Black Stars some confidence to go and find the equalizer.
Ghana still firmly in the game, it's still 1-0, and just when he missed the penalty, the cameras just pan to Son Heung-min, who is the first penalty taker.
Yeah, he would have been taking it.
But it shows you the quality of Benjamin Asare.
Yeah, but Wani Chan is not new to penalty spots.
Yeah.
He's done that at the highest level in the Premier League. Scored a couple of them for Wolverhampton Wanderers. Just a very tame and lame penalty from him. No power behind it, no real precision. The ball just bubbled into the turf a little bit. Runs the ball left his boot. Look at that.
Yeah.
Bubbles into the turf. And the Benjamin Asare, grabs it very comfortably.
I saw Wani Chan making a sign to one of his mates that he didn't get a clean hit of the ball.
The ball bubbled over the turf. And Benjamin Asare claims it.
But Asare being composed and saving this one to keep Ghana in the game. It's still 1-0 to South Korea. The Black Stars have another opportunity to get back into the game. Prince Osei-Wusu coming in for Prince Edu Kwabena again.
Yeah, watch the game.
A replay of the penalty.
Benjamin Asare off his line though. I think he was probably off his line before. I wonder if the officials should have maybe, yeah.
Well,
okay.
If very difficult.
If at the time of the kick of the ball, he still had it there, it looks like he had just stepped off his line, but the official might not have picked that one out. But yeah, the penalty was poor. Benjamin Asare makes the save. He didn't commit himself early, and that was a good thing from him. Normally, goalkeepers would like to commit to one side early, and if the attacker has the pulse in him, he can spot the direction of the goalkeeper.
Poor penalty kick from Wani Chan, but to the credit of Benjamin Asare, that was a good save to keep the Black Stars in this game. Still 1-0 to South Korea. Ghana have effected the substitution just before that penalty was taken. Prince Osei-Wusu has come on for Prince Edu Kwabena. Prince Osei-Wusu plays for FC Montreal in Canada, and he's also making his debut for the Black Stars. But it's a temporary hold up because there's a man down on the turf. I think it's Wani Chan, who seemed to be in some discomfort, clearly in pain. Yes, Wani Chan.
Yeah.
Well, clashed a bit.
I mean, there wasn't much in that, was there?
Not much in there.
Sibo, I'm not even sure Sibo knew a lot about it.
But he's back onto his feet and the game will continue. Well, he's protesting to the referee that there was an elbow in there, but I'm not sure Zibo even knew much about that. But with the referee, he gives an advantage to South Korea to restart the game. Still 1-0. Ghana have gone quite a bit in the last 5 minutes. Still chasing the game. Prince Osei-Wusu. Korea go back to their goalkeeper. Ball with Chan now. Ghana pressing, trying to win the ball up front. But the Koreans have done this brilliantly by playing out of danger. Lee, the goal scorer, coming forward with this one. Threads the ball through. But then Jonas Ajete stood firm to ensure that Wani Chan doesn't do that trick again.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about position and timing when it comes to a defender. Reading the situation and knowing when to arrive. He arrives to the place and stands in the place where he doesn't afford attacker the opportunity to maneuver. I mean, comes out worse in that situation. Hopefully, it's not something that it's worrying. Yeah, I think he's sitting down to the bench that he's just fine. Maybe he can continue.
Jonas Ajete, recently invited to the Black Stars, plays for FC Basel in Switzerland.
It's an interesting goal kick routine going on here with the Black Stars. It's the second time we've seen this.
Yeah.
Sibu comes very close to the goalkeeper Asari. He just, sets the ball up for him to build it, the attack for the Black Stars. Interesting one.
Well, these days, these things are becoming symbolic. Kamaldeen Sulemana places the ball just inches wide of the post. It would have been a typical Kamaldeen Sulemana goal. Got the ball from behind, made the run.
Again, look at where he picks up the ball from. That's how dangerous he can be. He makes a very direct run down the middle. Nobody can get close to him. But it just has to be the final flourish. It's when he gets into these moments. Can he find the pass? Can he find the net? That is one part of his game that has to improve. Everything else is brilliant at times. And if, for example, once he picks up the ball and he darts down the middle, nobody can catch him because of his sheer acceleration and strength. But can he kill the ball? Can he bend his foot around the ball? That's what has to improve in his game.
Sulemana trying to pass the ball into the net to that far corner, but he misses the post just by some inches. Ghana still coming forward with this one. Sulemana tries to play the ball to Brandon Thomas Asante, but it's been intercepted by Kim Min-jae. Goes back to his goalkeeper, long one into the half of Ghana. Ball would come out. This Sulemana shows great skill to go past two Koreans and sends in a low cross. It's not been defended well. Ghana have an opportunity, but Brandon Thomas Asante seemed to have been brought down. Referee has not whistled. Ball still with Ghana. Kelly Brenchi finds Christopher Bonsuba. Bonsuba casts on to his left. Can he unleash a powerful one? Kwesi Zibo thought he had an opportunity to take a shot. And Ali Dusedi sends in the cross, defended by Kim Min-jae. But then there's an infringement going the way of South Korea. Christopher Bonsuba, essentially, he opened up for him, and I thought he was going to unleash one of those strikes.
Yeah, he should have. I think he should have taken initiative. I think he should have shot it. But the earlier chance that popped up to Thomas Brandon Asante, I thought, in that kind of area, Thomas Brandon Asante is good enough. Was he brought down? Another referee looks at it and maybe thinks there was contact before the ball came to him. In the form in which he was, I genuinely thought he was going to latch it into the back of the net, but that wasn't to be.
Well, that opportunity gone. South Korea leading by a goal to nil, but Ghana come forward with Christopher Bonsuba. An opportunity here. Brandon Thomas Asante shows great strength to win the ball ahead of Kim Min-jae. Kelly Brenchi finds Christopher Bonsuba. Christopher Bonsuba pushes the ball to Brandon Thomas Asante. Some neat play from the Black Stars. Alidu Seidu sends in that cross, but it's been dealt with by the South Koreans. Ball still with Ghana. Kelly Brenchi. Can the Black Stars get the equalizer here? Thomas Brandon Asante. Low shots, lacks a lot of accuracy.
Much better with the way the team is trying to sustain some pressure in the area of Korea. Little short passes around the corner. Thomas Brandon Asante again in the form in which he is. He wouldn't put it past him to try and find the back of the net from there, but just drags the shot wide.
Of course, Pocho Tuado so very much interested in getting the result from this game. Some 82 minutes played at the World Cup Stadium in South Korea. Ghana still chasing the game, looking for that equalizer. A goal scored by Lee in the second half. A long one from Ajete, but he's been booted out. Ghana regains possession. Kelly Brenchi. He has been a superpower in that midfield, winning all the 50-50 balls.
Yes. His combination with Sibu has been good today. Sibu as well is a player who's very, very good in partnering Kelly Brenchi.
Kelly Brenchi filling the gap of the likes of Thomas Partey. He actually can play anywhere across that midfield, and he's done it brilliantly today. alongside Kwesi Sibo. Free kick to the Black Stars. Christopher Bonsuba. Just some few meters into the half. "83 minutes played at the World Cup Stadium. Ghana have an opportunity to get the equalizer. Kamaldeen Sulemana behind the ball. Definitely he's going long. Kamaldeen sends this one in. It's been headed by Bonsuba. But then Kim Min-jae comes in very strong. Ghana has an opportunity. And it's a goal. That is the equalizer. But it looks like the flag has gone up again, denying Ajete his first goal for the Black Stars.
I wonder if that is for a foul on Kim Min-jae or it was an offside. Further, the flag stayed up in the manner in which it stayed. I wonder if the referee blew the whistle before the venture efforts came through, but Kim Min-jae stays down. I think there was a high foot somewhere.
Yeah,
okay,
it was a long ball.
I think that was the offside. As the ball was kicked, it's already offside from, I think, Christopher Bonsuba on the far stick. Yeah, and I wonder if that was also going to be given for a foul. But yeah, I mean, promising signs. Bonsuba just went too early.
Well, even if the offside had not counted, I'm sure it would have been foot up against Jonas Ajete. He went very high with Kim coming with the head.
Yeah, Otto thinks it wasn't offside. If Otto sees what we've just seen, he would rethink it.
Of course, and South Korea survive again, still leading by a goal to nil. But Ghana have shown a lot of promise. That was a good ball sent in by Kamaldeen Sulemana, but there's a shade offside from Bonsuba. Gideon Mensah goes long. Ball with Kwesi Sibo. He finds Caleb Renchi. Caleb goes back to his goalkeeper, Benjamin Asari. And Asari is not afraid to take on a man and pass.
When you watch Benjamin Asari sometimes, you feel like he doesn't have the confidence to be doing some of the things he does, but he does some of the things that you need to be confident to be able to do. The safest pass for him would have been to go long or to go wide, but he spots that he's got two players in the middle of the park, so he reverses the ball back into the midfield just to take away the first line of defense from the South Korean side.
Benjamin Asari, very confident. Prince Osei-Usu. Prince with an opportunity, but he brought down his marker, and it's a free kick against Ghana. 4 minutes to go in this game. 86 minutes played at the World Cup Stadium in South Korea.
Yeah.
Prince Osei-Usu.
I mean, if the game stays this way, it would be a big lesson for, of course, for Otto Addo, the players, the technical team, and everybody, because again, it's a reminder that it doesn't matter how well you've played, if you can't stay concentrating throughout the entire game. It's just that one lapse of concentration that can cause you to lose 3 points or can cause you to consider going in the knockout stages or in the knockout phases, because Ghana has been decent today, but that one moment that they didn't defend the fast stick, that's the difference on the scoreline.
And this is like a typical World Cup game where you come up against some of the best countries in the world. South Korea is an Asian powerhouse. If you lose concentration, they will punish you. Ben Asari with the ball looking for his man. Kwesi Sibo comes back to pick this one up. And there's been a lot of passes that have gone straight to Kwesi Sibo in this game from Benjamin Asari.
Yeah. I mean, he's been the first man to start attack from the midfield from the goalkeeper, so he's expected.
Ghana going long, but South Korea clearly aligns again. Gideon Mensah winning this one. Opportunity for the Black Stars. Kamaldeen Sulemana. Damis one. Checks onto his right. Ball with Caleb Renchi. Opens up to Ali Duseidu. Christopher Bonsuba wants to try a trick or two on the ball. Caleb Renchi. Kwesi Sibo. Ghana trying to put passes together. Again, an opportunity, but the ball to no man. It goes straight to the South Koreans. They want to launch a counter-attack, but it's been halted by Ajete, who goes to the right again. Ali Duseidu. Caleb Renchi in the middle, putting on a great shift in this game. He goes back to Pepra, who finds the captain of the day, Gideon Mensah. Kamaldeen Sulemana working himself well on that left-hand flank of the Black Stars team. Alidu Seidu finds Kelly Brinchi. Alidu wants to go back, but almost losing out on possession, but being built by Kelly Brinchi. Caleb goes long to Gideon Mensah. Gideon from the left-hand side. The left back for Zer in the French Ligue 1. Also going back to Pepra. Pepra goes long, but ball straight to goalkeeper Song. Not had much to do in this game. So just a minute to play. 8 to 9 minutes played at the Seoul World Cup Stadium in South Korea. Is the 2025 Karen Cup. South Korea leading Ghana by a 0-0. Goal scored by Lee in the second half. South Koreans had the penalty, which Wang Yi-chan stepped up to take, but it was saved by goalkeeper Benjamin Asari. So the game is still 1-0 to South Korea. Ghana have a couple of minutes to respond, and I'm sure Coach Otoado might want to bring on a few fresh legs. 3 minutes of added time.
Yeah. Generally, it's been a very, I think, decent output by the Black Stars. I mean, what has been lacking is that they've not scored, at least in the last 2 games. But when you are in any competition or any friendly games without Mohamed Kudus, Jordan Ayew, Inaki Williams, some of your best attacking players, it's always difficult to find the goals. And today they've had scenarios where they could have done a lot better with, but it wasn't to be.
Well, Otto believes this is a great opportunity for some of these players to get minutes with the national team.
That's for sure. Yeah.
In the absence of Mohamed Kudus. Antoine Semenyo played that first game against Japan, but he's gone back to his club side. And an opportunity for the likes of Prince Kwabno Usu, Prince Edu, so I beg your pardon, to also showcase what they've done, they can do. Ghana coming forward with Kamadi Sulemana, but it looks like it was a wayward pass, not reaching Christopher Bonsuba. Just some 2 minutes to wrap up this one. Remember that Japan also defeated Bolivia 3-0 earlier. The Japanese showing their class and quality in the 2025 Karen Cup.
Yeah, Japan, they're a really exciting team to watch, Japan.
Yeah.
So much quality in the side. Technical ability is superb. One of the things that goes against them when they go into those major competitions is again, also the stamina about them. Can they be physical when they have to? Because teams tend to sometimes bully them a little bit.
Well, another Asian powerhouse. Now, prior to Ghana meeting South Korea, the Koreans had also beaten Bolivia. So coming off the back of a victory, and they are currently leading by a 0-0. It looks like they will run away with this, but they want more goals. South Korea coming forward. Kelly Brinchi there. Willie on the ball now. South Korea looking for that second goal. That would be a dagger straight to the heart of Ghana. That was a cheeky pass there, but couldn't get to his teammate. Korea still coming forward. A low cross sent in. And the ball comes off the bar. Even though goalkeeper Asare had the post covered, that was an opportunity for South Korea to double their lead.
Yeah, the game is done.
It's all over at the Seoul World Cup Stadium. South Korea have beaten Ghana by a 0-0 in the 2025 Karen Cup. So the Black Stars, losing the 2 games that they've played in this tournament. They lost 2-0 against Japan 4 days ago, and they've lost by a 0-0 against South Korea today. But it's a good exercise for Coach Otuado and the boys who will be looking at returning to international duty somewhere in March prior to the 2026 World Cup. It has been a good one here on TV3. South Korea, Lee scoring the only goal for them as they beat the Black Stars by a goal to nil. Full-time South Korea 1, Ghana 0. My name is Mutala Yakubu. I did this with Philip Ashrim Sichofer, Oreko Ampofo. We'll see you through.
And so 1-0 ends in favor of South Korea as the Kirin Challenge Cup comes to an end in South Korea. And is that Kelvin Nkrumah speaking to Heung-min Son?
Yeah.
Yeah, these are opportunities that you probably never dream of. Just a few years ago, he was playing at the Milo Games, and today he's having a conversation with Heung-min Son. I think that's what football is about. And in the end, the Black Stars do end their Asian tour without anything on the board. 2 defeats, 2-0 to Japan, 1-0 loss to South Korea. However, there are some learnings and talking points. And I think at the end of the day, it was a much, much, much better performance in the South Korea game.
Yes, it was. I think it was a lot better than what we saw in the game against Japan. That had a team that looked a bit disjointed, looked like they were not on the same page. They were playing in silos. This was a more rounded team performance. But again, at the highest level, it's just that one lapse of concentration that can cost you everything. But it's a friendly game, so the technical team would like to break it into different parts. How they defended, how they attacked, how they responded to situations. And there will be lots of positives to pick from this one. But the biggest negative would be that the game is not over until it's over. No matter how well you are playing, you have to be concentrating throughout the entire game.
And Augustine, for yourself, I mean, if you're a player in this situation, how would you feel that it's one of those games where you think you probably deserve a lot more, but then again, you also have to remain optimistic that there are some good signs. How do you strike that balance?
The future looks bright. With this type of format that we saw the coach use, I think that...
Is that his DNA now?
Yes, more or less. You see, well, I've always struggled when I hear people talk about the DNA. But what I've seen today, like I stated earlier before the game, that I wasn't expecting us to win. But then I wanted to see good football. And though we did not score any goals that were officially accepted, I was impressed with the shape of the team. And I would say that given that if we have all our good players around and we decide to go in with a format like that and play other teams on counter, we are capable of going to the World Cup and springing up some surprises here and there. I would still maintain that I would have thought that the FA would have communicated well to the team and the coach so that we could have all our players available for these matches that we've played so far. And for us, because our Nations Cup is what we've seen. Yes, because we are not part of the Nations Cup. And I would have loved to see our best players available. But kudos to the players that were presented today. I think they've done good to themselves. And it's going to actually worry the coach in terms of his selection into the future.
Well, there's definitely a lot of talking points out here on TV3 because now we have to recap what has been a thrilling game of football. We go for a quick break. When we come back, we review action from the Seoul Stadium as we...
All right, so my name Black Rasta, and of course, the voice of the patriot, where we speak truth to power. Remember, here we don't criticize, but if we must, on only one condition, to build and not to destroy. That is why we say we have taken sides. We are not neutral. We are on the side of the truth, the headquarters of the truth. Subscribe and make sure you hit on the like button. and we would always be knocking on your door, so you would feel the